Well, good morning. Sorry I did not get a video out yesterday. I was out on Vancouver Island and it was gorgeous out there. Went out to Horn Lake and there's not any internet out where I was. Not really too good a phone service, so didn't get back till late at night. Um, but I am so I'm so excited about this topic today because it it kept overwhelming me and it kept coming after me all morning that I need to actually um, talk about this. Now my connection is weak here, so I'm going to move a little bit. Um, Hopefully we get a little better connection. But so this morning I had something I wanted to actually talk to you about. I had it all planned for yesterday and didn't get to do it. And then this morning, as I started going through and prepping for it and really thinking about it and reading my morning readings that I do every morning, my goals and a couple different readings like the Spirit of Opulence and the Essence of Life, I realized that I needed to change topics and I needed to give you guys something much bigger than I've ever given before, and it just came to me in a new understanding. I'm still working my way through this. So for starters, it's all about the meaning of life. It's the meaning of life, and it's been coming to me consistently throughout the week, these different patterns and different areas. I've been hearing things. I watched an Eckhart Tolle video and there was one key thing he said that was like, oh, aha. And then the Spirit of Life that I've been reading again, one thing out of there, it would hit me every single time I read it that was unique. And then some of my own actual experiences have been happening. So first and foremost, ground rules. Baseline, you've got to, if you want to stay on the path that I'm on, or be able to stay through this conversation, is you have to recognize that you don't have a life. You don't have a life. You are life. You are absolutely 100% life. So you don't have one. You can't lose it. You can't find it. Because if you could lose your life, that would mean that you were two separate things. You wouldn't be part of your life. So it's really important to think about it that way. And when you start to think about it that way, what does that actually mean? And for me, when I think about it that way and realize that I am life, it's like this part of my body right here, right the center of my chest, that center heart chakra. I can feel like a certain energy there. And you probably can feel it too if you just slow down all the busyness, and take a deep breath and feel where your power source is from. You know, almost that same spot that Iron Man has that light coming from. And there's like that certain energy that just vibes right out of there. And for me, and maybe for you, it might be a different location, it might be a different feeling. But for me, I can feel the life expand as I breathe in and I contract as I exhale in that area. And if I take several deep breaths, I can expand it even more and I get more energy, I become more life. So if this is true, if you are life, if you can believe and buy that piece of it, that you are life, you don't have one, you just actually are life expressing itself, then you have to know that you already are an advanced form of life. You are the most advanced form of life. So you are more conscious than any other form of life. And that has a lot of merit to it. That means that you are perfect, that you are the best that life has figured out how to do at this point. So, and you're that life. So that means you are perfect exactly how you are, and you're going to grow and change, but as life expressing yourself, you are the most perfect form that life has come up with, and that's you. Then as life, you are actually in an infinite number of expressions of life, if that's the case, right? So there's so many expressions of life. There's all these trees behind me, you know, the flowers that we have here, the birds, the bees, the flowers and the trees. All those are expressions of life. So when you walk around among your fellow humans, just realize that that's life just trying to express itself in another way, and it makes it much easier to deal with some of the people that might be more difficult to deal with, right? And it makes it so that you can actually really gravitate towards the ones that are resonating with you and make you feel good. So realize that we are just one of an infinite number of expressions of life, and there is no wrong way to be except for not expressing your life. So you actually get to choose how you want to express yourself, how you as a life expression get to express yourself. You get to choose that every single moment based on your thoughts, your actions, your words. The things you actually do are your expression of life. And you get to choose that, and that's the life actually funneling through itself. And this is going to happen forever. So the fifth would be that life is actually infinitely expanding, right? So you see this all over the place. You see people creating new things, doing new things that never were done before, breaking records, and now with the Olympics going on, and I'm not one to watch it, but I see the updates. It seems like people are doing some amazing things this year. And by expressing yourself truthfully, you actually grow life. To lie would be actually putting a toxin out there and actually make you shrink. It would be a sin. So, and not just lying about like this white lie about like where are you, I don't know, you lost something or something and you didn't want to get in trouble. I mean like lies and lying to yourself about who you are authentically, what you gravitate towards, what feels good for you, and expressing yourself. Expressing yourself is so powerful, whether it's through dance, through words, through art, through whatever. So find ways to express yourself that have meaning for you, because that's just expressing the life that you actually are. So it's your choice. Also, now this would be number 6. It's your choice to become bigger or smaller when it comes to life. So if you do nothing, you actually shrink up and you become more fixed. And you see that with people that don't move around much. You see them start to shrink and they start to, cower over and get smaller. And then there's people that choose to really just do destructive things, and you see them grow in that direction, but they're really having a more painful expression of life, right? And those people usually end up being out of ease or with disease. So, if you do nothing, you become smaller, but if you set goals and move towards what you want, you actually become bigger, and life is infinitely trying to expand and express itself. Infinitely trying to expand and express yourself. So just think about that. If you act in the same way, you're going to bring in more life to you, and you're going to feel more and more alive every single day, because you are actually a great avenue, a great conduit, a great employee of life. You are making it happen. And number 7, and I'm putting these in numbers, and I'm not sure this is how it's going to end up, but I had to share it with you guys. It was given to me, and I couldn't keep it to myself. So, was to let life flow through you in the greatest of ease. When you resist, you cause disease. And if you're resisting life calling you and what you're called to do in your life and how to express yourself, then you're going to end up sick. You're going to end up weaker. You're going to end up not being able to express it, and you'll be taken away. Like, that's what you would do with the branch on the tree. If you're going to nurture a branch, one of the branches starts dying, you cut it off, and you cut it off at the base so new life can form. Well, that's how life is expressing itself. So it's your duty to let life express itself with ease out of you, honestly, authentically, with who you are. So think about that. Like, the less you give life, the less life gives you. And the more you give life, the more life gives you. And maybe there's some people that were amazing individuals who passed young, but to me, I think that means they probably just actually did their life's mission. They actually completed their life's mission, and they were no longer needed. And then there's some people that got so far off track and they die young. And you can think of examples of both, of great people, that have been able to accomplish tons of things at a young age, and got taken away. So John F. Kennedy, right, got taken away early, and he was charismatic leader that unified so many people, and but that was part of his life purpose, right? So and to be taken away was part of his life's purpose, because that unified people even more. But then you can think about people that actually passed from bad things that have happened, car accidents, where they might have just been off track on their life. And it's not for us to judge which way that it was, but it can provide some comfort in understanding the direction we need to go, that contrast we need to take. So if you think about it, you have all these choices and ways to express your life, and let this stuff sink in. And in every moment, just think about, am I expressing my life force fully? Am I opening up to allow more life in, to allow more of that life energy that I am part of? Because I am life. I don't have one. I'm not going to lose it. I'm not going to find it. I am life, and I'm going to express it as fully as possible. And when you do that, the authenticity comes out, and you get rewarded with more life. And that's why you hear people are larger than life. And you can feel it when they walk into the room, like, wow, that person's just making moves. That person's powerful. You don't even know who they are, but whoa, what are they doing in here? How do you feel it? Be that person by being authentically true to yourself and who you are. And then you still won't have a life. You'll just be a great expression of it, and you'll get more and more of what you want. So I hope that was helpful for you. I hope it was coherent. It's the first time trying to explain it. It's amazing. Check out The Spirit of Opulence by Thomas Troward. It's a little paper. I would upload it, but I don't have internet on my computer right now. So I'll do that when I get back to the States. But I'm sure you can Google it and find it and read that. And tune back in. I will keep working through this, and hope you have a great afternoon. Go express your life. Be the biggest, boldest, bravest, baddest expression of life you possibly can be today. And take a breath and suck it all in, because every time you do, you can feel that energy. You can feel it. I know you can feel it. And if you can't, just keep practicing. You will feel it. I didn't always feel it either. So have a great day. Please share. Please subscribe. And we'll see you tomorrow.